Adding an asset. The first thing we do is go to our sidebar, select Resources, click on Configuration, expand Objects, select Assets, and on the right hand side this is where our monitored assets are listed and defined. We can add an asset by clicking on the Add Asset button or right clicking in the gray area and selecting Add Asset. We can give it a name. In this case it's going to be an Active Directory server. Give it a description, give it an IP address, location. Location can be defined by user and is a way to manage assets by location. In my case, the server is located in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Our type, this is a Windows system, and our collector is the WinLog collector. Now, if this Activeworx manager or solution was outside of a network and we needed to monitor an asset in a different network, one we're not integrated into, you can enter in the username and password here for authentication. In my case, I am integrated into my Active Directory network, so I don't need to do this. As far as communication method, there's three: asynchronous, synchronous, and log parser. Asynchronous is most commonly selected for WMI communications, in this case Windows communications. We're going to go ahead and apply it. It appears I already have that asset name defined. We'll select a different one. And we'll head over to Output Destination. We'll select the Add button. We need basically a database to store the events into, and we're going to stick with our AWAEF database. Click on Add. We're also going to add the correlation engine. The database is simply to store the events. The correlation engine is to run the events through, allowing the Activeworx solution to look for trends and be proactive or respond accordingly to those trends. Next is rules. Select the plus button again to add our rules. You notice we've got a couple of options. It's a Windows 2003 server, so we won't be selecting 2008 or Vista rules, and McAfee is not running on it, so we just want the Windows rules. You notice if I expand on that, I can select just the rules I want, or let's say I want all the rules. I can collapse that, leave it highlighted, click on the check selected rows, and you'll notice when I re-expand it, all of the rules are checked. At that point I can click on OK, add the rules, go ahead and click on OK again to apply and define the asset. Notice the enabled button in the right hand corner there. And here's the asset. Open this back up just to show you again the enabled button here, and that's enabled by default when you create a asset. So OK, our asset's defined. Next it's recommended you go to your managers. See how it says not current? That's because we've added an asset. We need to update the manager. So we're going to highlight the manager, come over here to the push updates to manager button, click on that. Down below is our status. Please wait, pushing updates to selected managers, and we're done. Manager settings updated. And that is how you add and define an asset in Activeworx.